Hello and welcome back to Guru the Guru. So today we are going to be looking at the left join or the left outer join in Postgresql. So this is my PG admin. I'll just get started. You can see I have the servers here, and then you go to databases. From there you go to schemas. Just click on schemas, and then down here you can see tables. So I have two tables. I have the customers table, the ones that I'll be using. It has a customer ID, has a bracket customer ID, a customer name, a segment, an age, a country, a city, a state, a postal code, and region. Then I can go down to the other table I'll use sales. We just have the syntax and the explanation of how the syntax works, and then we have the final results, one example, and we are done. So the columns for the sales, this is the table that I'll be joining or left joining with the customer table. You can see they are sharing the customer ID. So that is the column I'll be using. So from here, let me put in the SQL editor and just type in. Let me close this, take it down a bit. And then we can have the syntax. So select, what do we need first? We need the column names. So we could have column 1, column 2, column 2, column 3, and as many columns as you want. And then you need the left table, so have these as caps just for aesthetics. So table 1, and then you left join. Now let's left join. What is our table 2? Table 2, and then now we have the condition. So left join, and then table 2, then on. So you have, if they're sharing a column name, you have to say table, you have to give them, what are they called, table 1 dot custom. So let's say column name is equals table 2 dot column name. This will avoid any error. So if you had customer ID equals to customer ID, that would not work. So that is the syntax. And as we are saying, what does the left join do? It will collect all the columns, all values, fetches all the values from the first table. This is the left table, and then combines them with the column names defined in the condition from the second or right table. So if there is any column here that belongs to this second table, it will be added in to the other values. And then it fetches all the matched rows from both the first, that is the left table, and the second, which is the right table. If the first or left table rows are not matched with the row from the second or right table, then each column of the second table is set to a value null. So if there are values or columns that are in the right table are on the left table, but they are not in the right table, they are matched with the null values. So enough of the syntax. Let's just hit on one example. I said we're going to use the customer table. So let me go to customers. So what will we need? We'll need to select. So ideally what I want to do is just left outer join the two tables. Just a simple example for you guys to be able to know how to do it. So customer. So we'll have customers dot customer ID. So have an alias that helps, customer ID, sorry, and then we have a customer name. What else do we have? We have an age. All these are from the left table, kindly note that. We have a state, and then we have an order ID. These are from the left table. At the right table, sorry, the first ones are customer ID, customer name, age, and state are from the left table, and then these are from the right table, sales. And then now we have a from. So when you have a from, what table are we coming from? What table are we coming from? So our table is customers. That is where we have customers dot customer ID, and then now we have to left join. So it can either be left join or left outer join. Any of them will work. So what table is the table to? Sales, as we mentioned earlier. So sales is here, sales, left join, and then on. Now the condition that we have to check from, so customers dot, because that is a left table, dot customer ID. Said we have to do this because the column names are named the same. Then sales dot customer ID. So let's run and see if we get a result. So let's go ahead. Where's my run there? So query updates correctly. Let me expand this so you can see the results, and you can see we have customer ID, Claire Gute, age, states. This is from the sales table. So she has purchased 261. This one has purchased 731. So she has two orders or two purchases. So if you also need to check the video on inner joins, just click the link above there and you'll be able to access that video. So that is it from me guys this week. See you next week.